When you play something for the first time, it can hit you really hard. It can have negative effects on you, it can break you, and a year ago, I played a Roblox horror game called The Moon I Rot Behind. I thought it was good, amazing even. I thought the story it told was sad, and then I just moved on with my life. But recently, I played through the game again and it broke me. Not because the game itself changed, no, but because I did. The more I thought about Travis, Devin, and the story this game was trying to tell, the more I realized I had missed almost everything the first time. So now, I want to talk about The Moon I Rot Behind, its story, its symbolism, and why this little game has genuinely become one of the most impactful things I have ever played. Why this game genuinely broke me, and why I think you should play it too. The Moon I Rot Behind is a game on Roblox created by a user named Terrorban. It introduces itself as a psychological horror game based on the struggles of diagnosed mental issues, guilt, and loss. But after playing it 3 separate times, I think it manages to achieve something much deeper than just the silly horror game. To understand what I mean, I want to first recap all of the events of the game, and then attempt to make sense of everything, and give my own interpretation of the story. Before I begin though, I'd like to say that if this interests you in any capacity, play the game first. Genuinely, it's an amazing experience, and I think it's better if you play it completely blind first. Alright though, with that out of the way, let's begin explaining The Moon I Rot Behind. The game starts off with one of our main characters, Travis, burying something in the snow, going deep into a snowy mountain area to do so. Travis also mentions that he has a slight headache. He then makes his way back towards his car and begins driving back home. Travis then stumbles into his apartment, finding his roommate and best friend, Devin, sitting alone in a chair, lost in thought. Travis calls out to him, and Devin jumps slightly, but greets Travis, and asks if he found a job yet, also revealing that that was the reason for his disappearance, which we know is a lie, as we saw Travis bury something earlier. It will take the entire game for this lie to make sense. Travis says that he hasn't, and Devin reacts in a concerned yet supportive way. He tells Travis that they aren't students anymore, mentioning that it's almost Christmas. He then gets up and tells Travis that he's going out to buy some Christmas decorations, after his dad gave him some money, to which Travis responds with a simple,
"Alright, sweet."
Devin leaves, and Travis decides that it might be a good idea to take a nap. It's worth mentioning that while Devin is gone, you can go into his room and find his bed and a cute picture of Devin and his cousin. Travis wakes up in the middle of a swamp, with text guiding him. This is Travis's inner voice, his deeper consciousness. It tells him that the white torches will help, and that he should entertain the audience. Travis goes around collecting books that are presumably from his and Devin's studies, with black Robloxians watching him the entire time. He gets 5 books all across from several structures, with the weather turning to thunder and rain, following which he goes to the middle of the dream to find an Aztec-like structure with its doorway slightly opened. He goes inside, a flash of Devin is shown, and it... The next day, Devin has returned home and Travis has woken up. Devin speaks to Travis, showing him the brand new indoors Christmas lights he bought. Travis responds in a short tone, which seems to be the norm for him, and Devin then asks Travis to go to the kitchen to get something for him. Travis goes and picks up a mug, and Devin reveals it's actually a gift he spent 3 full hours making for Travis, to which Travis responds with,
"I'm not thirsty."
Devin, taken aback by this, apologizes, promptly trying to start another conversation with Travis, finding it difficult. Devin then asks if it's okay to bring a friend over on Christmas Eve, and mentions that he's asking because he knows Travis is iffy with people. Travis agrees to this, and Devin asks him to look at him, with this happening. Travis is then told by his inner voice to find Devin at all costs, even giving him a light and saying to turn it off when he senses danger, and we are taken into what can only be assumed to be another dream. No actual danger is present at any point in this sequence, despite the voice's warnings. Travis finds himself in a twisted version of his apartment and looks for Devin. He walks through a long winding hallway, then a waterfall, finding many beds, then goes outside and finds himself looking for Devin in a long winding path, suspended above a void. As the screen starts shaking, the sounds get louder, the sky starts spinning faster and faster, and then Travis is sent back to the real world after finding Devin, who now sits and looks concerned. Devin comments on Travis' state, to which Travis denies any wrongdoing and says he is completely fine. Devin states that this isn't good at all, explaining that Travis needs to get some sort of treatment for all this. Travis agrees to that, after a bit of thinking. Devin is annoyed that that's all he has to say, consequently saying that he always just says alright to everything. Travis is outside, walking back to their apartment. Once he enters, Devin confronts him, revealing that he vanished for a few hours. Travis explained that he went on a walk. He then sees and asks about the new face on the couch, Rusty, and asks for him to leave. Rusty gets up and goes to meet Travis, and Devin introduces Travis and explains that he has issues. He even outright states that Travis suffers from schizophrenia. Travis yells at Rusty, telling him to leave and that he doesn't want him here. Rusty is confused and apologizes, but the situation escalates as Rusty starts insulting Travis, calling him things like a schizo freak. The situation culminates when Travis Devin begins to cry, saying that he hates Travis, that the past 10 years that they've had together means nothing to him anymore, as it clearly means nothing to Travis too. Travis is completely quiet during this. Devin nearly begins apologizing and clearly feels regret for the way he treated Travis during this, as all throughout the story he says that he knows it's not Travis's fault for being this way. But right before he does, he cuts himself off, going into his room and shutting the door. Travis, having nothing else to do, goes to sleep. Travis finds himself inside of a massive structure covered with vines and many fully dark Robloxians everywhere. He begins to explore and finds things such as a swing set with him and Devin on it. Travis then eventually discovers a core and inserts it into the base near the swing set, which rids of the vines and opens up another path and removes Devin from the swing set. Travis goes down the newly created path, and his inner voice starts echoing Rusty's words, and forcing the Robloxians around him to move towards Travis for a split second at a time. Travis finds himself in a maze-like place with cameras watching him all around. He drops down to the other side of the wall and picks up another core. He inserts it into the last base, and the entire world goes red. And the Robloxians disappear, leaving the entire place barren, except for Travis and his kid self, who is still on the swing set. His inner voice once again speaks, but this time echoing Devin's words, "I hate you." Travis worries that something is following him, and yet, he is in no actual danger, just like in all the other dreams. The screen goes dark, with ominous sounds playing, and Travis is then teleported to a tilted baseplate where he yells and cries that he regrets what he did, that he wants to apologize to Devin, and prays that there is still time. He then walks up to a statue and a now broken swing set, and the screen goes dark. A tree sits atop a hill, full of apples. One falls and rolls down the hill with great speed. Another falls, but stands completely still in the spot it fell from. This is a metaphor for both Travis and Devin, with Devin being the apple that rolls away, and Travis being the apple that stays in place. Travis then wakes up promptly, looking around. He stands up, going into Devin's room to apologize, which is completely barren, with the mattress and all of Devin's belongings gone. Travis walks out and finds Devin standing completely still by their living room. Travis goes to apologize, and Devin accepts the apology, also saying sorry himself for the way he treated Travis. Devin then starts glitching, screwing up his words, and Travis gets worried, saying he will go make food for them both, with Devin being weirdly supportive through the entire encounter. Travis goes to open their fridge and finds an eviction notice on it. He's confused and worried, asking Devin if he forgot to pay the rent this month, To which Devin of course denies it. Travis goes on to ask if he's lying, to which Devin yells and swiftly apologizes for, and then it hits him. Travis realizes none of this is real, and that it's all just another dream. As Travis closes his eyes, a flash of a red landscape and red moon is shown, with Revelation 6:12 flashing as text on screen. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Travis finds himself in a facility-like place, with his inner voice telling him that he did this to himself. Once again granting him some sort of tool, Travis is able to switch to an alternate perspective to be able to traverse this environment. Travis goes around collecting free objects in the shape of an atom to open a door. Once opened, he is greeted by another door, and finds a note that says that going against his instructions is ill-advised, because Travis did this to himself. Travis then must find a switch to open up one more door, and once he does, he finds himself on the opposite side of what looks like a visitation room in a prison. In the alternate view, a lone Robloxian stands, chained up in one of the chairs. Once Travis makes his way past this, there is a room which is full of dead Robloxians, and then finds himself walking across the void, with the moon in front of him. Going into the alternate view reveals he's actually walking on a platform. Travis is then sent to a destroyed version of his apartment, and finds Devin in his room. He attempts to speak to him, but he only echoes Devin's thoughts as he was leaving. Travis is then teleported to another part of his mind, where he finally gets to speak with his deeper self, his consciousness. His consciousness speaks to him, explaining a few things, but most importantly explaining that it's about time to end everything, revealing that Travis's time is up. He then gives Travis a migraine, lying that it's normal, and continues on, telling Travis to end it, explaining how he fucked everything up with everyone, and that it's all his fault. All while Travis tries his best to make it all stop. Eventually, they come to an understanding, leading to... Travis finds himself back where he started in Trial 1, walking up to what he once buried. He walks, and once he gets to it, he digs what he buried back up, with his deeper self staring at him the entire time. And once he digs it up, the object is revealed to be a loaded gun. And Travis, he... Alright, so first of all, obviously, it's now clear that Travis lied to Devin in the beginning of the story because he was actually going outside to bury a gun, showing that Travis was burying his thoughts of suicide. Only when his deeper self forces him to even consider the possibility again does he actually have these thoughts. Travis's main issue is that he's completely unable to communicate or express any type of emotion, something which Devin outright says in Trial 5. This is an often overlooked symptom of schizophrenia, something which Travis is clearly suffering from. It's also clear that he doesn't take any medications to mitigate or prevent things from getting worse. To me, Trial 3, or the first dream, symbolizes Travis's experience when he was a student, since we collect books about biology, a guide on C++, and other subjects. Alongside this, I also believe the audience symbolizes how Travis sees everyone except Devin, an audience that is always looking at him, laughing at him. This, to me, is also how he saw all the other students. As for the sequence where Travis must find Devin, I believe this also feeds into my theory about Trial 3 in a way. Travis is greeted with a massive environment, with so many things around, and yet all he wants is Devin, because Devin is the only person who makes Travis feel safe. I also believe that all the beds are meant to symbolize the many dreams that Travis had. In the scenes with Rusty, Travis treats Rusty as a threat, showing again that he sees anyone but Devin as a threat. To be fair though, Rusty was kind of asking for it. There was no reason to start insulting Travis like that, and yet he did. His personality didn't mix well with Travis's issues. I think that the second dream once again symbolizes how Travis sees people, alongside also showing just how important Devin actually is to Travis. When Devin breaks, all Travis can think about is how he told him he hates him. Not anything else that he said, not all the times he treated him with respect, just how he told him he hates him. As for the scene with the tree in Trial 7, I think it's abundantly clear that it symbolizes how Devin keeps going, trying to progress in life, trying to achieve something, but Travis stays completely still, unable to move or do anything, to no fault of his own. For the Bible quote, honestly I just think it's cool symbolism. I don't exactly know what to think of it besides that. The prison cell part in Trial 8 is also incredibly crystal clear. This symbolizes Travis and how he feels completely trapped, unable to move. The part where he speaks to his deeper self is also just how a lot of people who struggle see things. It's like you have a second voice in your head telling you terrible shit, but in Travis's case, his thoughts win, and they lead him to suicide. Travis dies because he isolated himself at the worst time, pushed Devin away continuously, the only person who properly cares about him, and was entirely unable to show his emotions or explain how he feels, which again isn't his fault. Travis feels too much guilt from all this, which is why he pulls the trigger. His deeper consciousness is just another part of him, the part that thinks more logically. The isolation and guilt from constantly hurting his best friend and being unable to properly do anything about it is what leads him to suicide. And Travis doesn't want this. He doesn't want to end it. He wanted to fix things with Devin, but it was already too late. He had lost his ability to see a future with Devin, a future where things get better. I think Devin will do something drastic once he finds out what Travis has done, and he will endlessly blame himself for what happened. But maybe he will also get better, as a contrast to Travis. That's what I think will happen in the yet-to-be-released Part 2 of The Moon I Wrought Behind. From the teasers that terrorban has shown so far, it seems to me that Devin will most likely find out about Travis's suicide, and as with anyone, he isn't going to take it well. I think Part 2 will be about Devin trying to cope with the fact that Travis is gone, and hopefully being able to move on from it, and achieve something better for himself. I hope I've been able to show you why this game is so special and important to me. Besides being just a genuinely stellar story, it's just genuinely relatable and heart-wrenching. I think that's why it's so just good. I still recommend you play it, even though I just spoiled basically everything. There's some things I intentionally left out, so please, give The Moon I Wrought Behind a shot. Your time will not be wasted. And I just want to say, thank you so much for watching this to the end. This is my first ever time working on a project as big as this. The script for this entire thing is like 10 pages long, and I'm beyond happy that you watched the entire thing. And to terrorban, thank you. Genuinely just thank you for creating this story, this game. It means so much to me, and I absolutely love it. And thank you for offering to help anyone who's in need, for creating Travis and Devin to bring light to all these issues that are usually completely invisible. Thank you, and goodbye.
All you do is drugs, you like the sex